Have you wondered why black hole images look like this? Today I'm going to visualize the black hole image using my black hole visualizer. The light ring around the black hole, called the accretion disk, is super hot dust and gases that orbits at a certain stable distance, which is observable to us. Now the really interesting bit is actually the top of the black hole image. So what we see is actually the back of the accretion disk. And the reason why we see it is because some of the photon is bent by the black hole and shoot from the top, which is eventually landed in our camera. This is so bizarre, and I want to find a better way to visualize it. The problem is I cannot find a single object to bend the light like the black hole. Until I see my wife's magnifying mirror, which magnifies your face when you look at it. So basically it's a concave mirror. If you put a light source at the focal point towards the mirror, the light will be reflected back in parallel. If you face the mirror now, you can see the mirror is very bright. This isn't strictly speaking bending the light, but it can achieve something similar. And let me explain. If I put a black sphere between the camera and the mirror, then if I put a LED light at the focal point towards the mirror, I can see the light at the back of the black hole. So the concept is this. If I place a black sphere between the camera and the concave mirror, then if I attach LEDs to the black sphere, which is also at the focal point of the mirror, the camera should be able to see the light from the back of the sphere, which is similar to a black hole image. And if I can make the black hole spin, it should look something like this. The first problem really is the mirror. I need to find a good sized mirror so the whole device won't be too big. After hours of searching, I finally found a good sized mirror that would make the whole device very compact. And that's what the mirror looks like. It seems to be okay for now. I have also modeled the mirror mounting bracket and the stand. And if you can see, there's a big slot on the mirror stand, which allows me to easily adjust the height of the mirror. Then I started to work on the sphere design. It is acted as the main body of the black hole, and I need to find an easy way to assemble and disassemble the sphere so the LED light can be quickly swapped. I split the design into two hemispheres and added the threaded profile into them. This way I can join them quickly. Then I added a mounting plate to couple between the sphere and the shaft, so the sphere can be rotated by the motor. Next, I added a small platform for the LED strip to sit on, and this will be acting as the accretion disk. Finally, I'm happy with my design, and I sent them to my 3D printer and have it printed overnight. The print quality went out to be okay, even with my very old CR10S 3D printer. I also tested the thread mechanism and they seem to be working really well. As for the LED, I'm choosing this RGB plus warm white LED strip, which is remotely controlled by a LED driver. The LED driver requires a 12V battery source, and I'm choosing this 12V alkaline battery, and this helped make everything really compact. This way I can fit the LED light strip circuit into the sphere. As for the motor design, I'm going to use this NEMA 17 step motor with A4988 driver and controlled by Arduino, which I took from my previous project. I also used this flexible coupler to couple between the motor shaft and the black hole shaft. Just check how flexible it is. I also designed a mounting bracket to hold the step motor in place. Then send the design to 3D printer. And this is the first time I tried to fit the step motor into the bracket. So in order to make the motor fit into the bracket, I have to raise the height of the bracket and send to the 3D printer again. boy, it finally fit. To hold everything in place, I decided to use these linear rails that's been widely used in 3D printers. And after all my parts are in place, I started to assemble my black hole. And now I'm ready to shoot my first black hole image. And this is what I see when I adjust my camera position. Then I started to take static picture of the black hole, and it looked like this. However, I'm not entirely happy with the picture because some of the area is actually dark. I think the main problem is the LED did not cover the bottom side of the accretion disk platform. So I decided to increase the number of LEDs to make it look brighter. And the results look way better. And do you remember I have a remote that can change the color of the LED?